All right, Monarchs, welcome to the homework help video for worksheet 3.4. I know it may seem a little daunting because it's 2 pages, but we're not going to do the whole thing, so don't worry about that. The numbers that we are going to complete, though, we're going to do number 1, 3. Okay, we're doing numbers 1, 3. We're going to do number 5, and we're going to do number 7. Okay, so we're doing all of the odd numbers. We're doing 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, and there is some review questions on the next page. We are not doing the review questions. We're only doing numbers 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay. So I want to take a look at the last one that we're doing, which is number 7. I will go ahead and do it with you guys. So for number 7, it says an amusement park. So first I want to highlight or underline the most important information in here. So it says amusement park charges $5 for admission and 80 cents for each ride. So $5 for admission and 80 cents for each ride. Okay. It says you go to the park with $13. Write and solve the inequality that describes the number of rides you can go on. So we go to the park, you go to the park with $13. Okay. Then in blue, I'm going to underline what it wants us to do. Write and solve an inequality that describes of the number of rides you can go on. Okay, so we're going to write an inequality that describes the number of rides we can go on, and then we're going to solve it. Okay, so I'm going to use blue for this. So we know that we have to pay $5 regardless, right? We know that we have to pay $5 to get into the park. So we're going to pay $5 regardless. So our first number is going to be 5. Then it's going to be plus however much we spend on rides. Okay, so we know it's 80 cents for each ride, but we don't know how many rides we're going to go on. Okay, so 80 cents for each ride, but we don't know how many rides we're going to go on. And when we don't know a number, we let a variable represent that number. So we're going to do 0.8 plus 0.80 because it's 80 cents for each ride times R for rides. Okay, so it's 80 cents for each ride. So it's 5 plus 0.8 R, and we went to the park with $13. So we cannot spend more than that. Okay, we can spend that exact amount. We can spend exactly $13, but we cannot go over that. So 5 plus 0.8 R has to be less than, but not just less than. It has to be less than or equal to, less than or equal to the amount of money we're bringing to the park, which is 13. Okay, so this is my inequality now. I have 5 plus 0.80R is less than or equal to 13. $5 for admission, 80 cents for each ride, and we cannot spend more than $13. Okay, so now to solve this, I want to first move what is not attached to my variable, which is this 5. So it's a positive 5, so I'm going to do a negative 5 on both sides of my inequality sign. Okay, 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, I'm left with 0.80R is less than or equal to, and 13 minus 5 would give me 8. Okay, I'm going to move this over here so I have a little more room to work with. So now I have 0.80R is less than or equal to 8. Okay. So now that 0.80 I know is multiplying my R. I know the opposite of multiplication would be division. So I need to divide both sides by that 0.80. Okay. Divide by 0.80, and I'm going to divide by 0.80. Okay. These cancel out, so I'm left with R is less than or equal to. And when I do 8 divided by 0.8, let's see what I get. We would get 10. Okay, so R is less than or equal to 10. And we know that R is rides. So we know that we can ride at least 10, or we can ride up to 10 rides and still have enough money, right? Because it's $5 to get in, and then it's 10 or 80 cents for each ride. So we can ride 10 rides. So that's what we're going to write for our sentence. Okay, I'll do it in a separate color. I'm going to say, we can ride 10 rides at the amusement park. Okay. If you have any additional questions, please go to tutorial or reach out to myself or Miss Salazar. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend.